All right, so many of you have been asking about the new shop. Well, here it is behind me, a 20 by 60 pole barn. Let's go in and see the progress on what I've been doing the past couple weeks. One of the hard parts about this, kind of one of my biggest complaints, is not even the electrical. It is the fact that this is just a soggy mess. So one of my first priorities is going to be to get a bunch of rock brought in and dumped out here to create a little easier way for me to drive out here with my truck and back it up to the shop. Because right now, as you can probably hear by the squish of my feet, I can only come this far because there's rock underneath there. But then, as you can see, going past the carport there, it gets pretty soggy again too. So I'm gonna need a whole lot of rock, that's for darn sure. Before we go in, quick kind of synopsis on the outside. You can see kind of above there where I've patched the roof. It's not permanent. I still gotta get there and fix it, but I've got two big sliding doors. This other door will slide open. And then right here is where I'm gonna end up putting the Barn Rat Studio sign. The saw blade underneath it is a plan I have for a plasma cutter that will be very far in the future. But yeah, so let's go in. All right, as we walk in the shop, we're gonna go through production. We'll get back to that. But the first area here is what I call my small storage. So right now it's just kind of a hodgepodge. I'm just throwing stuff there as I can. But all of this shelving is going to be small bits and pieces for stuff we make. So license plates and hardware, just random pieces, flea market finds, antique store finds, stuff like that. As we move into the back corral, which used to be Gigi's home, this is still a work in progress. This is a cinder floor. What I'm gonna eventually plan on doing is framing this out and putting a sort of deck on here. And then this whole room, this 10 by 12 area, I'm gonna use for tool storage, sandpaper storage, all that stuff. It's gonna be where most of the hand tools are and most of the consumables, paints, stains, you know, like I said, sandpapers, stuff like that. So as we pop out of the horse stall, we come kind of to the main area. This is gonna be the production area. I still don't have my large outfeed table in, and I still don't have my table saw here, but this whole area is going to be where things get cut, sanded, all that fun stuff. A lot of this furniture was here, so this bench was here beforehand. Same with this bench and this bench. As you can see right there, all the wiring, you'll see blue boxes kind of sporadically throughout the video here. I'm in the process of rewiring the whole barn, but this is where a majority of the stuff is gonna get cut, built, and assembled. Speaking of the wiring, like I said, you see all these blue boxes everywhere. This is the current wiring setup for the barn. Everything's running off of one 15 amp breaker and these two outlets. That switch runs the shop lights. So yeah, I'm gonna wire everything out and then get all the power to, get everything wired with the blue boxes and all that stuff. And then we're gonna have an electrician come out and put a box in, and then Duke Energy is gonna come through, and back in that corner, we're gonna have the hookup. And like I said, the fuse box and all that stuff. This pole for sure, I'm gonna eventually run 222, and then that box up there, and then you can't really see it too bad, but there's a box up there that I'm going to run 220 service for, and that's gonna be for the heater in the shop. So now we get to another corral area, again with the cinder floor, but I'm gonna leave that one. This has become material storage for everything that's not sheet stock. So I've got some random barnwood pieces. I've got the steak cutouts for the steak plates. A bunch of either Ipe or Kumru that I picked up from Building Value. Still don't know what I'm gonna do with that. And then yeah, we've got some random just dimensional lumber for building shop furniture and stuff around here. And then it's only half full. I gotta go get another load, but that is the Barn Rat pallet collection. And then we have our stave rack. So I still have to get the rest of them, but this is all gonna be barrel pieces. So I've got all my barrel staves on here. And yeah. Real quick side note, if you guys are looking for great shelving for a shop that's gonna hold some fantastic amounts of weight, I'll find a link and I'll post it, but these kits you can get at like Lowe's, Menards or whatever, and it's just the plastic pieces, and then you just use 2x4s to build these shelvings. So I've got a couple of these still at my garage shop in Independence, Kentucky, but these shelves are great as long as you don't make them too long. The 2x4s hold up with a lot of weight, as you can see here. They're 4 2x4s wide, so you got a lot of weight bearing here. Not so much here. Sometimes these will pop, but I absolutely love this for quick and easy shelving, and it's so much better than the flimsy $50 metal shelving that you can get at those big box stores. And this shelf will hold all the staves I have. So yeah, and then this portion is still a work in progress. With all the rain we've had, I did realize that this does get pretty wet. It is a low spot, and all the rain coming off the roof of the shed here drains down and comes down through here. So right now the mowers are stored in here. Eventually we'll get those out of here, and then this will be all sheet goods. So plywoods, corrugated roofing, all that stuff. We're gonna build some racking and store it in here. And that concludes YouTube's worst shop tour video. Still have a whole lot to do. Gonna finish moving stuff in hopefully soon, and then get the electrical set up, and then we start making. Till next time, see you folks.